Hey guys, it's your boy back again, and we're going to be breaking down the Bengals in the AFC South. They're going to be the third ranked team for me. They're in a bit of a tricky situation at quarterback. Andy Dalton is getting up there in age. He doesn't have good stats. I mean, he's not that accurate for Madden for the accuracy ratings. He's not fast. I mean, quarterback's definitely going to be a position of need for Cincinnati if you pick them as your franchise. Definitely going to look to upgrade that through free agency or draft. But, yeah, their quarterback position, without a doubt, is going to need to be upgraded. Red Rifle isn't just going to be able to pull it off this time, all right? Unless he, has one more year up his sleeve. Just play him probably your first year and see what happens. Cincinnati actually has some pretty good running backs. They got Gionavi Bernard and Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon definitely should be the starter. He's young and should be able to develop into a monster. Already at an 81 overall. He's going to be a beast. He already has good overall stats. He's got good juke. He can truck, I believe. Not like he's not an elite power back, but he has some decent power attributes. Good speed, good carrying, good catching. So running back position should do. Gionavi Bernard might need upgraded for your second running back, but as far as I can see, your running back position should be decent. Taking a look at the wide receiving core for Cincinnati, you obviously have AJ Green, who's an elite wide receiver, one of the most elite, but he is obviously entering his 30s or might be into his 30s by now. But he's still good. He's still good. Will catch a lot of balls for you. He'll win some games for you, make some good catches for you. He should still last 3 or 4 more seasons for you and play at a very high level. Then you take a look at John Ross, and he's kind of like the X factor. They lowered his speed a little bit, but he's still got that 97 speed. You could either play him in the slot or maybe your second wide receiver, but him in the slot's going to be nasty with the speed he has, so your wide receiving core is decent. I would still look to maybe find some replacements just in case AJ Green starts regressing rapidly and John Ross doesn't pan out, but definitely try to use John Ross in some specific packages to see what he can do. Then your tight end, Tyler Eifert's also going to be an X factor. His injuries have been concerning. He probably has a low injury rating for Madden. I think I looked and it was like 70 something, so that's going to be tough. He's like another one of those people like Jordan Reed. He's one of the best tight ends, but just can't get on the field. Keeps on getting injured, so it's going to be tough. Tight end, you have one of the best in the league when healthy, but when healthy is the question. And if injuries are like Madden 18, like I keep on saying, it's going to be the rough life. But, so yeah, it's going to definitely need to look for some replacements for both positions. Alright, now taking a look at the offensive line for the Bengals. They have Cordy Glenn they acquired in a trade from the Buffalo. I don't really like that trade. They traded away their first round pick, like they swapped picks, and they moved back a few spots. It probably could have cost them a good player in that draft because some good players fell. They might have been able to pick up Derwin James or Vita Vea. I don't remember what their pick was, but that's tough for them. Their offensive line as a whole is not good. I mean, Cordy Glenn isn't even that good who they traded for. So, I mean, they ended up giving up a lot for that. Their offensive line is average at best. If anything, I would say it's actually below average. Their guard positions don't have great run blocking. So, you don't really... The fun thing about this rebuild is the team doesn't have an identity. Like, yeah, you have AJ Green, but he's aging. There's not a real good offensive line. So, you can really make this team your own and make it how you want to make it. There's no like set way you think you should make it. It's literally you want to make the offensive line great and have a good run game or whatever. But the offensive line does need to be upgraded. It's going to be tough in that division with the pass rushers like Myles Garrett coming at you. Baltimore's defense is no joke. Steelers are getting up there. So definitely you're going to want to try to repair that O-line. Taking a look at the defensive linemen, you have Carlos Dunlap coming in at an 84 overall. He should be a decent run stopper for you. I like him as a run stopper, but I'd still find some substitutions since you're still running that 4-3 so your players don't get tired. Then at right end, you have Carl Lawson, who really has some good finesse move. He has 87 finesse moves, so he's probably going to be by far your best pass rusher, and he's still young. I think it's only his second season, right? Was he a rookie last year? I'm pretty sure he was. So he should be able to develop into a monster for you if he's already at 87 finesse. Then you go to defensive tackle, and you obviously have one of the best in Geno Atkins. You also have the addition of Chris Baker, who should be a good run stopper for you. So that defensive line is looking good for the starters-wise. You should definitely be able to stop the run well and get pressure on the quarterback with Carl Lawson and Carlos Dunlap. I'm pretty sure Geno Atkins should have some pretty good finesse move as well. So if anything, just try to get some substitutions to make that defensive line even nastier, where your guys are always fresh, so you're just substituting guys in and out like Philadelphia and Minnesota did in real life last year in the NFL. So just maybe look for a left end replacement for Carlos Dunlap if you want to get some more finesse move. I always like to be able to get to the passer in a pinch. Taking a look at the linebacking core, it's kind of lacking. I mean, you don't really have a left outside linebacker. You have Preston Brown, who I actually like. I think he'll develop into a good tackler for you at the middle linebacker. He's not going to do anything special, though. If you upgrade him, don't think he's going to become an elite player. He'll just be a good tackler for you. He won't miss many tackles, but he's not going to be a speed middle linebacker or anything like that. Left outside linebacker definitely needs replaced if you want to stay in that 4-3. If you're running the 4-3, linebackers are one of the most important parts, so keep that in mind as well, that the Bengals start off in a 4-3. So the scheme fits is probably going to be a big factor. You're going to want to find some good tacklers for that 4-3. Then you got the dirty one, Vontaze Burfict, all right? You know, he's dirty. That's all there is to it, but it is how it goes. Juju Smith-Schuster gave him a little bit, of what he needed. But, I mean, yeah, he's still a good player all around. Got him a good tackler. I'm just kidding, by the way, about all that. But still, good tackler, just messing around. He got some decent speed. I would possibly move him to middle linebacker for the Bengals, but he's still got some good speed, good hit power. Even though most of the time the people are down, maybe they should put UFC moves in for him. So if he tackles somebody, maybe you can just just do a little maybe knee to the ribs or something like that. But he's got some decent hit power, good zone coverage. He should be a decent linebacker for you, but I think he is also getting up there in age, so keep that in mind as well. Now taking a look at the cornerback group, you have William Jackson, who's a good player, 84 overall. I don't think he has real good press, though, but he does have good man coverage and zone coverage, I believe. His speed's decent, so he should be able to stick around. Then you have Dre Kirkpatrick. He's still doing it. He had a good year last year. I would personally play him in nickel because I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a real good zone, but he does have good man. His speed isn't great either, so he should be a very good nickel for you. I mean, it's kind of an odd cornerback group. They're oddly skilled. Some of them will be good at man coverage, but not that good at zone, so it's kind of weird. You're kind of going to have to pick what you want to build towards, zone or man. That's why I said this franchise is going to be so good to be able to pick to play how you want, because really you're going to design this team however you want. But the cornerback group as a whole is decent, but there's still some holes that need filled there through the draft or free agency. All right, taking a look at the safety group, I don't even want to say that name, George Iorka. All right, I probably destroyed that name, but their safeties I would say are average. I mean, again, nothing special on safeties. I mean, decent. They should be able to hold up for you, be serviceable safeties until you find replacements. But again, nothing for the long term. That's the problem with this team. So altogether, you know, the team is going to be what you want it to be. You're going to be rebuilding it yourself. It's not like some teams where they have an identity. This team really has no identity as of late, so it's going to be whatever you want it to be. You need a new quarterback, you can do that. You want to go for the run game and see if Andy Dalton can last, you can do that. So it's really going to be kind of up to you to rebuild the team. It should be a fun rebuild, though, if you choose this team. You're in a tough division. So, yeah, they're my third AFC North team. So I hope you guys are enjoying this series. If you are, please hit that sub button for your boy. Alright, do it for me. And I will appreciate you. And I hope you guys are enjoying this series. And I will see you guys next episode. Dab it out.